Wednesday, September 23rd, advanced class, we're going to get into the new style of Bellwork homework and take a look at a poem called Living Tenderly with all kinds of fun. Let's see, blah, blah, that. Make sure you put this entry into your table of contents. We'll go through and talk about that. Seriously. There we go. For the Bellwork, you can pause and take a look at it on there. You're going to have to come up with 5 letters in a row, and then come up with a phrase that describes your book report book. And then we're going to see how there's a reason why we're doing it, which we're going to talk about in just a moment. Michael, you were excited to help us learn first.
Can I do all 5?
You may do all 5. What you'll do is you'll say the letter, and then say the phrase.
Okay. For C, I put Cujo is a dog that has rabies. And then I did D is dead people are eaten by Cujo. E is everyone is afraid of Cujo. F, fat people can't run from Cujo. And G, good people are nice to Cujo.
That would work. Now, does Cujo eat a person and then they become dead, or he finds the dead people and then eats them?
He kills them and then he eats them.
Okay, because you're like, dead people are eaten by him, like he just go around, that's not so bad, he's just going around like eating all the dead people. I'm like, it's kind of useful actually, but if he's killing them first, and that takes away the whole usefulness of the issue from there. 3Q, what you got?
For E, I said elite are in even more danger than the past books. F, families have armed themselves so that they're ready for anything. G, guards help Max and America sneak out of the palace. H, house residents are mostly unaware of Maxon's plans. And I, intense actions and plans are being made with outsiders.
That would work. BP? Button pusher. Yeah.
She has 11.
Rare.
Wow. You did extra work, you horrible person.
No.
See? She's trying to push other buttons.
9.
Wow. Served.
I was actually gonna bring my yeah, you can have up to 10. I was actually gonna bring my little brother's toy microphone just for this reason. But I didn't. I can tomorrow though.
Please.
Yes!
Does that help you out on that one?
Yeah.
It helps, so just have one handy. Midair. I just went, it just formed, just like that. Austin, we'll have you go next.
How many have you read?
5.
Minimum.
5.
Maximum.
5.
Middle.
5.
Is 5 the magic number?
Yes. Nailed it on so many levels. That's good.
For C, I put Katerina woke up next to a corpse.
Okay.
D, deadly fast and sneaky. She is a killer. E, every street light hurts her eyes. F, feeding on blood is like an instinct. G, great power takes over her body with every kill.
Nice done.
That's what
you
Wait, that's your book?
Don't. Oh crap.
I'm out of question.
Well, that was exciting. And the reason I'm having you do those is on the homework, the poetry homework number 2, which, once again, as Bailey has pointed out, is on my website, and you can download it if it just brings you happiness. There are 2 options on the homework moving forward. Option 1 is just doing the questions, like before. Option 2 is where you'll do that little letter phrase thing. We're going to go through there, except it's going to connect to the poems. And you'll go through there and have like a poem. And so as an example, you would say, A, grumpy person is upset about a girl coming to his house. Then you go to B and say, beards are on the faces of almost all 7 roommates. C, now with the homework, you have more words. It's not the 5 to 10 because homework gives you more. And you're not doing just 5. You're doing a total of 10. But you can skip letters if you want to. You can skip up to like 3 letters. If you get to like, I can't figure out C, then just skip it. And that's fine. And then keep going. Dwarves are minors and live. And so you're going to have to tell me like what poems connect to each one. But some people prefer the creativity. And you want to do this as opposed to doing the questions. Other people are like, creativity hurts my brain. And you want to just do the questions, that's fine with me too. And so that just sort of gives you an idea of what you would be doing for the homework. Can we do both options, the questions and the letters? Yep. What do we get? Extra B points. it gets you an extra 3 B points if you choose to do it. And eventually we're going to add a third option, and you can choose to do all 3 options to get extra B points. And eventually we're going to add a 4th option, and you can just do all just raining on just options, just coming down everywhere, and you can do all of them. If you do an extra option and you do the extra 2 questions, it gets you an extra point on top of it. So on the homework for number 2, if you do both options and do all 12 questions as opposed to 10, it gets you 4 B points as opposed to 3 B points. And so that gets you more B points than if you do none at all, that'd be 0 B points. So that's just the option that's available to you. I'm not officially assigning it until tomorrow. Tomorrow is when I officially assign it. I was just ready to give you a preview. Michael.
What poem are we using for this one? Is it on your website yet?
Partly. Also, if you scroll down, there's these things called directions farther down. If you're looking at the homework, it tells you at that point. Then we're going to take a look at a poem called Living Tenderly, Abigail.
So when you can take the quiz instead of doing the homework, when are we going to take that quiz? Because you're taking the Socratic.
Socratic is always the day before we take the other quiz.
So the quiz is on Monday.
Yeah. I don't like doing Monday quizzes, but NWEA testing kind of screwed up our week, so what you going to do? Take a quiz on Monday, obviously. Good job. So now we're going to take a look at the little poem handout thing that you guys had before. If you're not done with the Bellwork, keep working on the Bellwork for a couple moments. We'll move on from there. Then for here, the Living Tenderly, it should be on the poem sheet you guys had before. And on there is one called Living Tenderly. You're welcome to just follow along up here if you would prefer, and that is fine with me. This will be another speaker poem, where we're going to try and figure out who the speaker in the poem is using the evidence in the poem. Your choice, yes, just one. There you go. So I have, let's back up from there. Nick, what's a stanza?
A poetry paragraph.
Nicely done. Rebecca, how do we know when a stanza ends? Regan, in our poem Living Tenderly, how many stanzas do we have?
2.
Nicely done. We have a total of 2 stanzas. Focus. There we go. And then from there, Emma! Thank you for volunteering to read. That was so sweet of you. So Emma will read the first stanza of Living Tenderly, then I'm going to read it, and then we're going to try and find similes and metaphors and then figure out what's going on.
Okay. My body a rounded stone with a pattern of smooth seams. My head a short snake, retractive, projective. My legs come out of their sleeves or shrink within, and so does my chin. My eyelids are clamps.
Nicely done. My body a rounded stone with a pattern of smooth seams. My head a short snake, retractive, projective. My legs come out of their sleeves or shrink within, and so does my chin. My eyelids are quick clamps. Let's see. We have a simile and or metaphor. Actually, we have a whole bunch of them. We'll start off with the first one. Governor. Let's see if we can find the first simile and or metaphor that is in there.
My body is a rounded stone.
Simile or metaphor?
It's a metaphor.
Nicely done. Comparing what two nouns?
The speaker's body and the stone.
Nicely done. Comparing the speaker's body to a stone. So there, Rodrigo. Why are we comparing the speaker's body to a stone? What does that tell us about their body?
Because they're both smooth.
Would work for me. Well, why not say my body is a donut? A donut is also
Rounded.
Donuts are also round. Why do you think they would be specifically saying a stone? What about a stone?
Small.
You're getting close. Donuts are also small. Anything coming to you about a stone that donuts might not?
Block. It's hard.
Yes.
I know.
I know. We had faith in Rodrigo. The fact that it's hard. And so this would be. There we go. So that would be with his body being a rounded stone. And then we have with a pattern of smooth seam. Do you guys know what a seam is? Yes, it's where all the kids live in Hunger Games. Yes, you're all right. That's not the seam we're going for here. Birdie, what are seams? You're right. Everyone brought seams with them today. If you did not bring a seam with you, it's really awkward.
Like on clothes and like 2 pieces of fabric are like being joined together.
Nicely done. It's where 2 things come together, makes a little ridgy, bumpy area. You should all have seams. Probably not on your body, unless you're Frankenstein. and then things were attached, and you probably have other issues. So here it says that his body has seams all over it. So it looks something like that. So it's smooth, and there's seams, and it forms a pattern all over his body. So we have that so far. Ooh, we have more similes and or metaphors. Hesiphor.
My head a short snake.
Similar metaphor.
Metaphor.
Comparing.
His head and a snake.
Nice one. Comparing his head to a snake. Colleen, any idea what? Why would we be comparing the speaker's head to a snake? What are we trying to point out about his head?
They're both short.
Would work for me. The fact that they're both short. Anything else? Sorry. BP?
Scary. No, never mind.
It's okay. Why do you say scary?
Because snakes are scary.
Okay, I can roll with that. So maybe, I guess if you just saw a detached head, that would probably be on the scary side. But hopefully the head's not detached yet. Parody?
They're both colorful, maybe.
Why do you say colorful?
Because snakes are different colors, like green and brown, and they could be like.
Alright, I can roll with that. Neela?
Because the figure of the head, like how it looks.
I can roll with that. Sure. Looks like a snake.
Yes.
Okay. Birdie?
It feels like a snake, like it has like scales, it's kind of like slimy.
I can roll with that too. You guys are the governor. I apologize. I've been ignoring you. What's up?
Because it's like, it goes in like this.
So you're jumping to the next part. The retractive and projective. So go. What does retractive mean?
Like, it goes back in.
Good. And what does projective mean?
It can come out.
Nice one. Project, that's a digital projector because the digital stuff gets thrown out of it. When you give a speech, the teacher will tell you to project your voice, which means like, blah, it needs to come out of you, is project. So if his head is retractive, what can his head do?
Go in and out.
Nicely done. And if it's projective, what can it do?
Go out.
So the head, so the head can go in and out. And apparently it looks very much like a short snake. But that's not the only superpower his body has. What other superpower does his body have besides making his head disappear by going insies and outsies? Nellie? Neil, we'll just go ahead and make it Nellie, it's so much easier. Okay.
Well, his arm and his legs can go in and out too. Retract and project.
Nicely done. So the legs can do the same thing, the same superpower. Head and legs can both pull all the way in and pull all the way out. And Doyle, thanks for pointing it out. There is another similar metaphor in there. Nicely done. Where's our last simile and or metaphor?
My eyelids are quick clamps.
Go you. Comparing what two nouns?
Eyelids and clamps.
And one last question. Do you know what clamps are?
I don't know. Like
Well, that was my question.
They clamp something. So they grab something.
Not bad. So this is a clamp?
Yes.
In theory. Michael?
They hold something in place.
I can dig that too. Clamps. There you go. So the holding of something like crabby claws and stuff like that. So if we're comparing his eyelids to clamps, Ben, what is that telling us his eyelids are like? What can his eyelids do? Don't listen to BP. She's over here, Ben. Don't listen to BP. That's BP. What is it telling us about his eyelids?
They like go up and down. It can grab stuff.
Sure. I guess most eyelids do go up and down. But what can his eyelids do specifically besides go up and down?
Close.
Getting closer. But why doors close? Why not? Why call them clamps? What does it clamps do specifically? That would be a thing that we're trying to push. That's okay. Bailey?
According to Sydney, his eyelids grab stuff.
They can grab stuff and pick. No. But that was a good try. It is fun to give poor Doyle. They're horrible children. I hate them all. Abigail?
They can close quickly.
Not bad. I was going to say tightly. If you don't want to clamp on you, like, can I put a clamp on you? And then put it on there. Like, just keep cranking. Like, what's wrong? Why? Because it's so tight. Exactly. So the eyelids can close really tightly. And there's a chance, if there's a small object, he could pick it up with the eyelid, which would be impressive. Stanza 2. Skylar, Thanks for volunteering to read stanza 2. We're going to find more similes and or metaphors in this one. Out loud.
My back is my roof. I am always at home. I travel where my house walks. It is a smooth stone. It floats within the lake or rests in the dust. My flesh lives tenderly inside its bone.
Nice one. My back is my roof. I am always at home. I travel where my house walks. It is a smooth stone. It floats within the lake or rests in the dust. My flesh lives tenderly inside its bone. Let's go with similes and or metaphors that we have in this one. Cover.
Metaphor, my back is my roof.
Yeah. Comparing what two things?
The speaker's back to a roof.
The roof of a
House.
nicely done. Which connects to that next line. So combining the first line and the second line, what does that tell us about the speaker? If he says, my back is my roof and I'm always at home, what can we figure out about them? Rebecca? Do you know what a home is? Okay, baby step. And where's his home? Good. So is he ever not at home? Does his home stay in one place? Do you think of it? Can you think of anyone who does not have a home that always travels with them? What you would call that type of person? Was that yes? Oh, you don't know. It's okay. I was just trying to know. You look scared. It's okay. Gov?
It's a turtle.
No, but a good try. What do you turtles? So my back is my roof, and I'm always at home. What does that tell us about them?
It has a shell.
Why do you say shell?
Because it lives in the shell.
Have you ever heard of a hobo? Is a hobo always at home?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he has straight
Nicely done. My back is my roof. Why is his back his roof?
Because he has like a
Because his
sack.
back is a roof.
Yes, an adorable.
Because he sweeps
Sometimes
outside.
a cardboard box. It's a fancy hobo. And so yeah. So the idea here being is that it could be someone that's a hobo or someone that is homeless. The idea being is that they are traveling all the time. I travel where my house walks. So wherever his house goes, he is going to be with it. Oh, we have another simile and or metaphor in there. Isabel? Have faith in yourself. It's there. It's a little tricky. I agree, but it's there. Where I'll even tell you, it's not a simile.
It's a smooth stone.
Nicely done, but you're not done. Here's where it gets tougher. What are the two things being compared?
It and a stone.
Getting closer. We can't use it. That's a pronoun. That's ridiculous. What is the it referring to?
The home.
The home. You're getting closer. Then what is the home referring to?
Back.
Nicely done. So what two nouns are being compared?
Back and stone.
Nicely done. And what is that telling us about his back? It is?
Smooth.
And?
Hard.
Nicely done. Way to pick up on that hint from before. Floats in the lake, rests in the dust. Flesh lives to. Oh, do you guys know what flesh is?
Yes.
Nice. Isabel?
It's the gooey stuff inside your body.
The gooey. It's also the yummy meaty stuff that's on animals. They have flesh. You don't have to just eat people. But flesh would be the yummy bits that when you want to cook a person or animal, is the part that you're going to eat, as opposed to the bone. And the bone is the what part?
Hard part.
Nice, the hard part. So for us, does our flesh live inside our bone? No, that would be really weird. For them, whoever the speaker is, this homeless hobo person, they have bone, and they have their skin inside the bone. And of course, Governor, what did you think it was?
Turtle.
The problem is, I've heard two different arguments: crab and turtle. So my question is there evidence in the poem to prove one way or the other whether it is going to be a crab or a turtle, using actual learning evidence? Hess?
Its head is retractable and projected.
Which one is that? A crab or a
Turtle.
turtle? Why a turtle?
Because its head goes in and out of the shell.
What about a crab? Then I've heard kids say hermit crab.
Yeah.
If you have a hermit, see,
I was gonna
I'm
ask
getting head
which
nods.
crab it is.
Served to make the mic back out. And so you have the hermit crab who apparently can go in and out. That's a good try. Nellie?
Okay, so a turtle has a head like a short snake, but a crab doesn't.
Alright, well that's legit so far. I'll give you that one. BP?
A turtle or a crab doesn't have a shell that would float in the ocean as sinks.
So where do crabs float?
They don't.
Oh,
Walk on the bottom.
they just on the bottom area. Alright. Grins?
It says it floats within the lake and crabs aren't in lakes.
Where are crabs?
They're in oceans.
So crabs float in the ocean?
They don't float.
So see, it's straight back and trick you. Yes! Good
It's,
job.
its arms and a crab's arms and legs can't go in and out.
A hermit
Yeah,
crab.
they actually fold. They don't pull in and out. If you've ever taken a crab, you can throw it like a frisbee. They don't like it. But their little legs, they come out like, boing, and they sort of pop out like that, and they just fold back in. There's like
But
little,
it says
transformers.
in and out, not fold
True,
in.
and so I agree on this one. It does say that they come in and out, not foldy like a transformer. They pull in and out and stuff like that, which can make a difference. I would agree. For the homework you're going to have to do is going to be the poem that I accidentally gave you guys last week. So what you're going to have to do for the quiz is using evidence to figure out who the speaker is and defend which way it's going to be. Because this speaker is definitely tougher than the last speaker. It's going to require a bit more thinking on your part. And I've uploaded it. If you got rid of it, it's on my website, again, where it says homework number 2. You'll find the speechy thing there. Cover?
So, I accidentally started the homework on that, so on that same poem. So I have all the answers written in that already. So I just transfer that over to my notebook.
That's fine. If it's the same questions,
Yeah.
so they might be different questions. Like at that point, yeah. So I think they're all different questions. I know. Learning. Bailey?
It's the one that's like, people know me as Danger, right?
Yes, I'm pretty sure. I brought in a special guest that connects with the poem. So hang on 1 second.
Wait, is it a turtle?
Why would you keep it as that?
Because that way he doesn't get excited. Because apparently when he sees people, things happen.
It's not a turtle.
It's a crab. It's a crab.
It is not a crab.
It's not a turtle.
It is a turtle.
Turtle.
No.
What should be like stuffed animal?
What should be like a stuffed animal?
Oh God!
Abigail, your face is priceless.
It's a turtle shell. It's amazing what you can get on eBay nowadays. And the way it works out, because I've realized kids growing up watching cartoons, they think that turtles can pull their shell off and then just like run with it down the street. It's not the way it works. If you poke a hole into the back of a turtle's shell, you don't see the turtle on the inside like, hi, waving at you. What you see are what are called guts when you poke it in there. It's just like if I were to poke a hole in your back, I'm not going to see like a little person in there waving at me. I'm going to see stuff going, it's the same way. On the inside of the little turtle shell, it's got these little bumpy things right there. Those little bumpy things are your ribs, those things that you have right there. Because essentially this is just his spine, just really big if you were to look at it that way. Yes, dear.
Did you kill that turtle?
I wish. No, this was once again just the joy of going on to eBay and finding one, so I figured I'd bring it in. Tomorrow we get a chance. There you go. A dead one. Tomorrow we have librarian homework.